Howdy guys. So last time what we did is we went from having a table of data and we took that table of data, transferred it and turned it into ordered pairs, and then we took those ordered pairs and we plugged them in and plotted them on our coordinate grid or on our graph. This time we're not given a table of data, we're given a linear function. And we're going to take that linear function, find some points from that linear function, fill it into our table, and then take our data from our table and turn it into ordered pairs, which we will plot on our coordinate grid down below. So the linear function we have today is y equals 3x. So first of all, we have to think, how are we going to fill in this table? Well, to do that, we're going to pick any x value we want. I'm going to start with 0, and we're going to plug that 0 for x into our equation. So we're going to input x equals 0. So we find out what does y equal when x is 0. So let's see. 3 times 0 is 0. So when x is 0, y would equal 0 as well. So let's try another point. Let's find out when x is 1. So when x equals 1, we have 3 times 1 equals 3. So when x is 1, y is going to be equal to 3. And let's go ahead and just keep this interval going. So we had 0, 1, let's go with 2. So when x is 2, we got to find out what is y going to be. What is our output? When we input 2, what do we get as our output? So 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, so when x equals 2 for this linear function, our y will equal 6. So now that we have this, our ordered pairs are 0, 0, 1, 3, and 2, 6. So our next step would be to graph these ordered pairs onto our coordinate grid down below. So first, 0, 0, well that's the origin, that should be an easy one. So right here at 0, 0. Our next one, 1, 3. So when x is 1, y equals 3. So right there. And for our next one, 2, 6, when x equals 2, y equals 6. Right about there. Okay. Now, what I like to do personally is I like to fill in a graph all the way. So I want to see it from one end of the graph to the other. And whenever I look at this, I can't fill in any more points going up this way because there's no more graph left. There's no more coordinate grid, at least not that I can see. But there are more spots down here, and it appears that it'll continue downwards and to the left. And so I want to fill in these points. So let's see. We did 0, 1, and 2, so going backwards, let's try negative 1. So when x is negative 1, what does y equal? Well, let's see. 3 times negative 1 would give us negative 3. So when x is negative 1, y is equal to negative 3. And this point lines up with negative 1 for x and negative 3 for y. And our next one would be at negative 2. So when x is negative 2, what does y equal? Let's see, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So when x is negative 2, y is negative 6. Right about there. Now we're not finished yet. So the next thing we would want to do is we would want to go and draw a line connecting these points. Okay, so we want to go ahead and draw a line connecting all these points just to show our linear function on this coordinate grid. That one's pretty close, I didn't get it exact, but it gives you an idea of what our linear function y equals 3x would look like.